seconds. There's a little video going traveling west on Main Street on Mackinac Island. Gee, almost forget what a beautiful place that is. Ron Melman's here. Jim Scheffler is on YouTube, so it's funny. I haven't worked out the chat so people can see each other, but Jim Scheffler says hello. Anyway. And Ron Melman says, good evening. Thank you very much. From in Sedona, Arizona. Jim Scheffler is in, I believe, Elmhurst, Illinois, just west, the western suburbs of Chicago. So thanks for showing up. I sort of advertise I'm going to do a lot of swing stuff tonight, and that's just fine with me. But if I do some Sinatra tunes, of course, I got to wear my Sinatra hat, right? So, Amy, hello, good evening. The gang is gathering. You make me feel so young. You make me feel so spring has sprung. And every time I see you grin, I'm such a happy individual. The moment that you speak, I wanna go play hide and seek. I wanna go and bounce the moon just like a toy balloon. You and I are just like a couple of tots running across the meadow, picking up lots of forget-me-nots. You make me feel so young. You make me feel there are songs to be sung, bells to be rung, wonderful fling to be flung. And even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today. You make me feel so young. Swing, baby. You and I are just like a couple of tots running across the meadow, picking up lots of forget-me-nots. You make me feel so young. You make me feel there are songs to be sung, bells to be rung, wonderful fling to be flung. And even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today. You make me feel so. You make me feel so. You make me feel so young. Ah, cha 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 cha. Well, hello, everybody. I'm taking the audio or the reverb off while I'm talking, so back. It's good to be back. It's only been like a couple of weeks now, but falling back into it, just like it just feels so comfortable doing this. I miss doing the piano bars this summer. And maybe you saw some of the video of Mackinac Island. If you didn't, I'm going to show it at the end of the session here. And and maybe I'll do a little narration of some of the sights you're seeing. And of course, the weather. Well, the weather isn't always great, but you could see some of the sights and how unique of a place it is without cars, of course. And hey, Trish is checking in. How are you doing? And hi to Ron, hi to Nancy, and Anaya says hi, and she wants to know if we're doing a Zoom concert anytime soon. I may be doing a Zoom concert actually, and I'm going to be starting a membership club. I'm trying to figure out a way to, hopefully, I'm not after Mackinac Island, my employment went from 100 down to almost zero. So anyway, I'm trying to figure that out. I've got some music tutorials coming out, and I'm doing a few gigs here and there, and I'm actually really enjoying myself, having a little bit of time off. It took me about 2 or 3 weeks to decompress after I got off Mackinac Island. But anyway, I'm going to keep playing, and if Anaya is listening, I'm going to play a song that one of my favorite songs of all time, and I dedicated to Anaya, and you're welcome to dance in this one, Swings, too. A cigarette holder, which wigs me over her shoulder. She digs me out catting that satin down. Well, baby, shall we go out skipping? Careful of me, go. You're flipping, speaks Latin, that swinging satin down. Well, she's nobody's fool. I'm playing it cool as can be. I give it a whirl. I ain't for no girl catching me. Switcheroonie and telephone numbers. You know I'm doing my rumbas with Uno, and that's in my satin down. Nobody's fool, playing it cool as can be. I'll give it a whirl. I ain't for no girl catching me. Switcheroonie, telephone numbers. You know I'm doing my rumbas, and that's in my satin down. That's in my swinging satin down. You better watch out. Satin Doll, Duke Ellington's song, and of course Duke Ellington's the one who wrote the song. Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. I'm going to be doing that song later on. And, okay, well, thank you, little dancing queen over there. Amy is, that's so great to be around your kids and grandkids this time of the year. Thanksgiving, I'm going to be going over to see my son who lives near Traverse City. It's 100 miles away, but, that's doable. And my granddaughter's coming from Flagstaff to be here, and my other daughter, both my daughters, I have 2 daughters, are going to be there, and so it's going to be a nice little family gathering on Thanksgiving. So, hey, why not the Earthquake song, Jim Shuffler? I'm going to put if you're on Facebook, I don't think you can see the YouTube comments. So Jim Shuffler is requesting the Earthquake song. And that's not the actual title of the song, but this is what we called it when I was playing over at Sages in Arlington Heights, Illinois, which I did for 12 years over there on Algonquin Road and Arlington Heights Road, right near the intersection there. And there was a piano bar there. Oops, what am I doing? A piano bar there. Yeah. Now I did something here. I've got to do something about. I opened up a window on my screen here. That's the thing about doing the one-man piano bar. I have to make sure everything is running properly before I start, because once I start playing, but anyway, where was I? I was. The Earthquake song is a song by Cole Porter, but the actual title of the song is, I have to think, At Long Last Love. But you'll know why we call it the Earthquake song when I start singing it. Is it an earthquake or simply the shock? Is it the good turtle soup or merely the mock? Is it a cocktail, this feeling of joy? Or is what I feel the real McCoy? Is it for all time or simply a lark? Is it Granada I see or only Asbury Park? Is it a fancy not worth thinking of? Or is it at long last love? Is it an earthquake or simply the shock? Is it the good turtle soup or merely the mock? Is it a cocktail, this feeling of joy? Or is what I feel the real McCoy? Is it for all time or simply a lark? Is it Granada I see or only Asbury Park? Is it a fancy not worth thinking of? Or is it at long last love? Or is it at long last love? That swings. Know what you're talking about. Okay, another Cole Porter song. I think we can do two in a row. Why not? You'd be so nice to come home to. You'd be so nice by the fire, while the breeze on high sang a lullaby. You'd be all that I could desire, under stars chilled by the winter, under an August moon burning above. You'd be so nice, you'd be paradise to come home to and love. nice to come home to. You'd be so nice by the fire, while the breeze on high sang a lullaby. You'd be all that I could desire, under stars chilled by the winter, an August moon burning above. You'd be so nice, you'd be paradise to come home to and love. Come home to and love. Song by the great Cole Porter. Gee, some of you may know Bob and Pam, Bob Fletcher, who lives in the Chicago area and has shown up here at the virtual piano bars, and also showed up a lot when I played piano bars in Chicago. And he's also a fine musician playing saxophone. I was hoping he might show up tonight, but maybe they are listening. If you're out there, Bob and Pam, I would just want to say hi, because I know sometimes people listen and they don't get a chance to check in on the chat, and that's fine. Maybe some of you are listening, doing the dishes, or eating dinner or whatever. That's great. Steve's virtual piano bar is here to be here for whatever. So thank you. We had a beautiful day here in northern Michigan. It was it was in the 40s, I'd say high 40s, and beautiful, but we had sun. So when we have sun in November, we here in northern Michigan really like that. Beautiful day, and hung around with some friends, had dinner over at the yoga retreat. We had a group of people there from out of town, from all over the area. So we had a good time. So I'm going to say just a little bit about this now, but more later, about a membership club I want to form, and I'm hoping some of you will join it. It's going to help keep the lights on here, and it's not going to cost an arm and a leg either. It's actually it's completely voluntary also. So I'm going to send out an email and talk more about it in my next session, which will be next Sunday. So we're going to be doing Sunday nights, and then Wednesday, not this Wednesday because it's too close to Thanksgiving, but the following Wednesday, December 6th, I believe it is, I'm going to be broadcasting at a European-friendly time. But of course, if you don't have to be in Europe, it's going to be 3 p.m. Eastern time. So Wednesday afternoon, which is not a great time for people in the States, but what would that be in Sedona around? I think that's like I think it's a 2-hour difference now, 1 p.m. So most people have things to do and that during the day, but in Europe it's going to be 9 p.m. So I'm going to be going to Europe virtually, and I'm going to try to see if get a little group of friends over there who can join the A-team, right? The A-team. There we go. Put my A-team here. And I'm going to keep swinging here with some tunes. And with Nat King Cole. Why not Nat King Cole? He did some of the greatest songs. This is a gently swinging song by Nat King Cole. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I'll give you my heart. I love you 'cause you alone were meant for me. Please give your loving heart to me and say we'll never part. I think of you every morning, I dream of you every night. Darling, I'm never weary whenever you're inside. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I'll give you my heart. Think of you every morning, I dream of you every night. Darling, I'm never weary whenever you're inside. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I'll give you my heart. I'll give you my heart. King Cole. Yeah, Nat King Cole. Everybody loves Nat King Cole. I think you can talk about different styles of different singers and agree and disagree, but everybody loves Nat King Cole. That song, I Love You for Sentimental Reasons, I learned that song one of the early times I played Mackinac Island. It had to be, it was actually 30 years ago. And it was the first time, I'd played Mackinac Island before that when I was much younger. But about 30 years ago, I went and played at the Grand Hotel for the first time because I had played other restaurants on Mackinac Island, of which there are many restaurants and resorts. But I was playing at the Grand Hotel, and the restaurant that I played in this past season is about a mile away from the Grand Hotel, even though it's owned by the Grand Hotel. But 30 years ago, they had me take a horse and buggy out to this place, I think just for an hour. I was playing several locations that night, but I hopped on a horse and carriage and went out there to play a wedding cocktail hour. And they said the favorite song of the bride and groom was I Love You for Sentimental Reasons, that song that I just played. And I'd heard the song before, of course, but I didn't really know the exact melody, and I didn't know the bridge very well. So one of the piano players, I think there were 3 or 4 piano players on staff at that time, he sung the song to me, and I learned the song from him. And I took the horse and buggy out to the cocktail party for the bride and groom, and I played there. It was the first time I'd ever played that song in the same room that I was working in this past summer, and that was 30 years ago when I learned that Nat King Cole song. Anyway, that's a little story there. Okay, another song that swings is a little bit more modern. We're going to move ahead into the modern era here, into the 1970s, song by Van Morrison, Moondance. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance, with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance, neath the cover of October skies. The leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow, and I'll try to please to your calling, have your heart strength that sings sweet and low. You know the night's magic seems to whisper and hush. You know the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Well, I wanna make love to you tonight. I can't wait till the morning has come. And I know now the time is just right. Straight into my arms you will run. When you call, my heart will be waiting to make sure that we're never alone. There and then all my dreams will come true, dear. There and then I will make you my own. Every time that I touch you, you just tremble inside. Then I know how much you want me there. You can't hide. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Every time that I touch you, you just tremble inside. Then I know how much you want me there. You can't hide. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my lover? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? One more moon dance. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Yeah. All right, by the great Van Morrison, Moon Dance. A song that swings. There's a recording of him doing that at one of the top jazz clubs in London, Ronnie Scott's, which I've heard of. I've never been to London, and of course I've never been to Ronnie Scott's, but that would be a trip to go to Ronnie Scott's. I've been to some of the top jazz clubs in Paris, however, and I've played at some of the minor jazz clubs in Paris. But yeah, so maybe I'll do another one by Van Morrison too, but first I just want to remind you that tipping is available and appreciated. If anybody wants to leave a tip, I'm also going to present the option, of course, of that membership club, but I appreciate it if you want to, and of course it's completely optional if you want to leave a tip. There's a link also on the description of the video in YouTube, and there's a link on the description of the video in, I believe, in Facebook too. So thank you. Yeah, I love Paris. I love Paris in the springtime. Another Cole Porter song, why not? This is a great song. I love Paris in the springtime. I love Paris in the fall. I love Paris in the winter when it drizzles. I love Paris in the summer when it sizzles. every moment of the year. I love Paris. Why, oh, why do I love Paris? Because my love is near. I love Paris in the springtime. I love Paris in the fall. I love Paris in the winter when it drizzles. I love Paris in the summer when it sizzles. I love Paris every moment of the year. I love Paris. Why, oh, why do I love Paris? Because my love is near. Yeah, Cole Porter, I love Paris. Yes, and Jane O'Brien is here. Hi, Jane. She correctly identified the composer as Cole Porter. Of course, I said that. I actually think she joined in the middle of the song. So welcome to Steve's virtual piano bar. Doing some Cole Porter. I think I'll do another Cole Porter song. He's got so many great ones. Let's see. I get no kick from champagne. Excuse me, I didn't have the reverb on, so I'm going to have to start over. Okay. Take two. I get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why should it be true that I get a kick out of you? Some get their perfume in Spain. Sure that if I took even one whiff, it would bore me terrifically too. But I get a kick out of you. I get a kick every time I see you standing there before me. Get a kick, though it's plain to see you obviously don't adore me. I get no kick in a plane flying so high with some chick in the sky is my idea of nothing to do. Get a kick out of you. get a kick every time I see you standing there before me. And I get a kick, though it's plain to see you obviously don't adore me. I get no kick in a plane flying so high with some girl in the sky is my idea of nothing to do. But I get a kick, I get a kick, I get a kick out of you. Song by the great Cole Porter. I should have had my Frank Sinatra hat on. Yeah, of course, that was a big song, one of Frank Sinatra's big songs. But the biggest song of Frank Sinatra's that I had was one of the top request songs I had on Mackinac Island this past season. So, wouldn't feel right if I didn't do it tonight. And the original title of this song was In Other Words, and it was originally written as a waltz. And after that, I'll do your request, Ron, right after this one. Well, fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, in other words, in other words, I love you. Bop, bop. Let's fly away. Well, if you could use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band, and he'll toot his flute for you. Come fly with me, let's float off in the blue. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide, starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear angels cheer, 'cause we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Say the words, we'll beat those birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, come on, let's fly away. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide, starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear angels cheer, 'cause we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Say the words, we'll beat those birds from Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, come fly with me, come fly with me, come on, let's fly away. Yeah. All right, and hey, Ron Melman reminds us we got to say hello to Murray and Murphy. And they're right there. There's the moose cam. Murray and Murphy are watching patiently, and they're behaving themselves so well. And maybe we can bring them on a little bit closer to the camera here. Hold on, let's see. Here's Murphy, Murray's cousin, who joined us during the season about a little bit over a year ago, I believe it was. He wants to say hello. Oh. And Murray, he's been around for a long time. He's got a scarf on that looks kind of Christmassy. I think he's getting ready for a early Christmas. How about that? So, hello, everybody. Yep, I sure do like having my live audience here. Murray and Murphy, they always show up. Yep, no matter what they're doing, whether they're out in the pasture grazing or eating moose munch or whatever. Very loyal. Okay, well, I've been doing a lot of swing stuff, but should we do a little change of pace, man? I think I'm going to do a little bit of Antonio Carlos Jobim. And, one of my favorite songs of his is Gingy. Sky so vast and song about nature, about the sky and rivers and clouds and leaves. I guess maybe that's why I like this song so much. Yeah, that's time for the piano player to take a little break after this song. I'm gonna have a little glass of wine. Yeah, we're gonna have a live audience. Wouldn't that be great to have a live audience? Look at all the room I have here. And also I have another big space in front of me here, on this, right behind the camera. So a lot of room here. I haven't really put it out there to have a live audience. I suppose I could advertise a little bit locally and have a live audience. That might be fun. It might add to the ambiance of the broadcast. Well, that's something to think about. Even better would be if all of you guys were here. Wouldn't that be something? Yeah. Okay. Hold that thought. And today we had a wonderful blue sky and a sunny day, a sunny sky, and relatively warm temperatures for northern Michigan, somewhere in the high 40s. Sky so vast as the sky, with faraway clouds just wandering by. Where do they go? I don't know, don't know. Wind that speaks to the leaves, telling stories that no one believes. Stories of love belong to you and me. Oh, Gingy, if I only had words, I would say all the beautiful things that I see when you're with me, oh my Gingy. Oh, Gingy, like the song of the wind in the trees, that's how my heart is singing, Gingy. Happy, Gingy, when you're with me. I love you more each day, yes I do, yes I do. I'd let you go away if you take me with you. Don't you know, Gingy, I'd be running and searching for you like a river that can't find the sea. That would be me without you, my Gingy. I love you more each day, yes I do, yes I do. I'd let you go away if you take me with you. Don't you know, Gingy, I'd be running and searching for you like a river that can't find the sea. That would be me without you, my Gingy. Okay, time for the piano player to take just a short break, and I'll be right back. Actually, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay right here. And I have my favorite brand, Clos du Bois. Very nice, relatively inexpensive California Cabernet. And it was already opened, so there's no pop. But as Miles is not here, probably because he has a gig. I'm just guessing. But Miles Green, one of the regulars of the A-Team, fantastic piano player, a regular, one of the hardest working piano players in the Chicago area. And he's probably got a gig tonight. So anyway, he taught me to pour my drink away from the piano keys. So you don't want to pour it over the piano, because what happens if you spill it on the piano keys? You got trouble. Anyway, cheers, everybody. Yeah, time goes by fast. Last week I played, and I'll play it again right now, actually, a little slideshow of some photos from Mackinac Island. Maybe some of you didn't see it or didn't see that part of the broadcast, but I'll play it, or if you did see it, maybe you want to see it again. Some photos that I have from Mackinac Island. Hey, Susan Morris. Wow, another Michigander. Good to see you. Thanks. Hello. Saying hello to you. Yeah. Well, all the musicians up there on the island were, I think most of them are very knowledgeable about, in particular, about what kind of beer they drink. And they all drink beer, so I was the only one I'd usually have a little glass, or at least a half a glass of wine while those guys were getting together for the. In fact, I'll show some pictures. And some of these pictures have pictures of the musicians who were working at the Grand Hotel. Bunch of talented musicians, I got to tell you. Most of them are from Nashville and New York. A few from other places. Some are from Lansing or Chicago or San Francisco. But here I think I can narrate these pictures well. Let's see. Can I do that? I think it's right here. So a little slideshow, and then I'll play a couple more songs before we. Yes, Amy and Susan know each other from the northern, central, and northern Michigan. Okay, here we go. These are some pictures from Mackinac Island from the 2023 season at the Grand Hotel. Most of the pictures are of musicians, but I got some of other people too. So here we go. I think my mic is on. Oh, that's not it. It's my tips, by the way. Since I hit that by accident, feel free and feel welcome to leave a tip if you're able to. Completely optional, but I do appreciate it. It's paypal.me/SanderMusic. Thank you. And here's the slideshow. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. They had a jazz festival on the Labor Day weekend. Here's this. I'll be getting with Paul Keller, one of the premier musicians in Michigan. And here's a gathering afterwards at the Gatehouse, little place down the road. And here's some more musicians at the Gatehouse. Yeah, brings back a lot of memories for me, I tell you. More musicians hanging out after the gig. Boy, did we have fun. And there's the Terrace Room Orchestra, one of the incarnations. And there's the lovely singer, Lauren DeMarco, lead singer for the orchestra. And here we are again. Boy, we hang out a lot after the gig. There's a group of us. And there's the boss, second from the right. That's Alex Graham, musical director. And here's Jazz Night at the Gatehouse. You can see there's nobody in the audience, so the Jazz Night was canceled shortly after that. It didn't get a very big crowd. Here I am playing at the dining room. You can't see the dining room, but it's there behind me. And here's the musicians playing a little pickleball. Kind of got to be a fad among the musicians. I played a couple of times. I did fall once and got hurt playing pickleball, so I didn't do it too much after that. But there's Trish. Trish, you're seeing Trish is here in the audience tonight. There's Sammy Scott from Chicago, wonderful pianist from Chicago who sat in for me for 9 days. There's the trio in the Terrace Room, one of the trios that I worked with. I called it the Pan-Asian Trio because they're from Korea, Indonesia, and China. And there was Halloween decor. People went crazy decorating for Halloween. There's the Grand Hotel. Yes, it is. And it's a big place. And there's the harbor, October 30th. And biking around the island, which I did, I think, only 3 times the whole summer. And reflecting on the end at the end of the season. And there's Ron and Nancy and Marie, and that's me. That was last spring. So there you are, a little slideshow from Mackinac Island. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm still on break, so I'm going to sit here a minute. And before I play a couple more songs to wrap up the night. And the theme tonight was swing. I did a lot of swing tunes. And I'll have to think one or two more swing songs to wrap up the night. So Little surprised to see Susan Booker Morris, who's a musician and singer in her own right, and also Ron Melman is a musician and pianist in his own right. Miles Green isn't here tonight. He's on the professional circuit in Chicago, but okay. Hey, how about those Lions? I had a dinner with some over where I live over here at the Yoga Retreat with a bunch of the visitors and old friends, and then I watched most of the Detroit Lions game when they played the Chicago Bears. I grew up a Bears fan, but since I've been in Michigan, there's a little conflict sometimes. So I'm thinking the Lions are a good team this year, but they were losing to the Bears, and they came back and had actually kind of a very dramatic finish to the game today. So the Detroit Lions beat the Chicago Bears today. Okay. Duke Ellington wrote the swing anthem. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Well, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-ah, 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 do-ah. It don't mean a thing. All you've got to do is sing. Do-ah, 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 do-ah. It makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Give that rhythm everything you've got. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-ah, 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 do-ah. When it makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Give that rhythm everything you've got. Well, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-ah, 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 do-ah. Do-ah, 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 do-ah. Do-ah, 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 do-ah. Yay! That's swinging. Okay, next Sunday there will be virtual piano bar at the same time. The new time is 8 p.m. Eastern. In previous years it was 7 p.m. Eastern. We've changed now to 8 p.m. Eastern. This Wednesday there will be no Steve's virtual piano bar, but the following Wednesday, December 6th, that's a week from this Wednesday, will be the European friendly time of 3 p.m. And I'm going to try to establish that time as a European friendly time. 3 p.m. Eastern. So, hello, Gerlinda, if you're watching this replay. I know it's like 3 in the morning or something in Austria right now. So you're probably. I doubt if you're here live, but if you're watching the replay, just to remind you, December 6th at 3 p.m. Eastern, which I believe is 9 p.m. in most parts of Europe. So that'll be starting every Wednesday, starting December 6th. And that's all I've got to tell you for now. Sinatra Tribute coming up December 12th, and I'll be sending out an email for that. And that will be a Zoom presentation. So just to let you know, Amy and Anaya. And that's it. I'm going to do one more song. It's a Cole Porter song. Since Cole Porter seems to be a thing tonight. Of course, we all love his songs, and his lyrics are amazing, and his melodies are astounding. So what can you say? When you have great lyrics and great melodies, What more do you need? Every time we say goodbye, I die a little. Every time we say goodbye, I wonder why a little. Why the gods above me, who must be in the know, think so little of me, they allow you to go. When you're near, there's such an air of spring about it. I can hear a lark somewhere begin to sing about it. There's no love song finer, but how strange the change from major to minor every time we say goodbye. Good night, everyone. We'll see you the next session next Sunday if you're able to make it. Thank you. All right. Once again, thank you, everybody. Here's the tip, and we'll see you next time. Glad to be back doing this and to singing some of my favorite songs, and I hope you enjoy it. Everybody, I want to make sure to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Have a great Thanksgiving wherever you may be. I've had Thanksgivings in the past that were all over the map. I remember one Thanksgiving when I was about 22 years old, I was doing laundry on a laundromat. I'm thinking, well, this is a hell of a way to spend Thanksgiving, but you take it as it comes. And I remember one Thanksgiving going out to an Indian restaurant and having Indian food Thanksgiving. So, whatever makes you happy, I hope that's where you are on Thanksgiving. Thank you all. Love you all. Good night.